It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we continue with what has been a brilliant kind of sub-theme today. We are talking about autism, but looking through very different lenses. And we're going to take a look through a particular lens right now, a thought-provoking world of Dog Rose, a new play by Sophie Jones that masterfully intertwines the complexities of a mother-daughter relationship with the nuanced challenges of autism. And having just done a preview of the film that we did a moment ago, you get an understanding of how hard this hits not just those most closely affected, but by everyone within that ecosystem. And praised for its incredible script and balanced storytelling, Dog Rose combines humor, which we need through journeys like this, compassion, and it explores the family dynamics in a very deeply relatable way, which I think we desperately need. And Sophie Jones and her co-star Anthea Thompson now join us on our little couch. I would imagine a bit exhausted at this time of the day because you live nocturnally, but thank you so much for being here and for grappling with something that so many families go through when they walk alone. Sophie, maybe I can start with you. Sophie first. With a play like this, I'm almost overwhelmed at the thought of having to live through this narrative every single time you go out on stage and do this. A film like Ezra, it's done, and then you move on. What has this experience been like doing this deep dive into this space?
Well, I think that's something I really love about theatre, is doing the same tango every night and finding new moments and fresh ways to say lines. But I find it a very cathartic experience to get to sort of enact and recreate and bring life to a new world that exists only on the stage for that hour. Yeah, I love it.
And it must be magical when you've got this much light and shade to play with. So please set the scene for us. Can you give us a bit of background to the play itself?
Well, the opening scene of the play is of a 10-year-old standing on the roof in full rollerblading gear, threatening to jump, but wearing rollerblading gear because she didn't want to get hurt.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, as one does. Yeah.
And for me, that's always, as an opening scene, managed to capture the comedy and the ridiculousness of the relationship between the two characters, but also that dark element of...
the stakes are always high.
Very. And so is the roof.
Exactly, I know. And I'm a parent to 2 young kids, and 7 seconds is what it takes. If I turn my back for 7 seconds, I will find child on the roof with wings and lipstick all over the face. Like, I get that. There is something, being the custodian of a story like this, that I always would imagine you're talking to the mother with autism or with a child with autism. You're speaking to the family who are affected by this. What has this journey been like for you to plug into this kind of energy every night?
Well, Sophie has written an extraordinary script that has depth and provides insight into what it's like to have a parent with autism. So my job is, and was in the process, is not to be flippant, but to say the lines and don't bump into the furniture.
Just get out of the way, yeah.
Because she did so much research, and the script is so dense with understanding of autism, and then this relationship between mother and daughter being dysfunctionally functional. So it's been an extraordinary journey to play it out and do it every night and see what the response has been. Because not only do people get insight into autism, but they get an insight into their relationships with their mothers.
For sure.
So so many people said, oh my God, it's me and my mother.
You get me.
You get it, yeah.
I did proclaim earlier that we all are kind of on the spectrum. Certainly if you're in our side of the industry, I think it comes with the territory. Who is this play for? Because it is obviously dealing with something that is quite specific here, but when you broaden it to the love between a mother and daughter, the 700% more hormonal exchange between a mother and daughter, that's why we have these fireworks. Who is this play for? Who's going to get the most out of it?
I really, my intention in writing it was that it's for everyone. I want the people who really connect with it, whether they are diagnosed as being on the spectrum or they maybe never were diagnosed, because I think there's a big section of women in their mid-50s and 60s who were never diagnosed, because first initial research on autism was only on boys.
Wow.
So there's still, I mean, ongoing research, but a big gap in our knowledge in how it manifests in girls and women.
Which is going to be different, yeah.
So I hope that people feel seen who relate to it, mothers and daughters. But I also really hope everyone who watches the play just gets a bit more empathy and understanding. And whether they walk away feeling like healed and in tears after reflecting on their own relationship with a parent, or they're just a bit more empathetic next time they meet someone who is on the spectrum. That's who it's for.
Yeah, man.
It's for everyone.
Hug a parent when you can. All I needed to know about this entire production is in your eyes when you look at her, to be quite honest. It is absolutely beautiful to feel the energy that's flowing around you. And I would imagine if this is just a tiny taste of it here on that stage, you're going to be bawling your eyes out. I have a feeling it's going to be special, it's going to be powerful, and yes, really funny as well, which I think we need when we take on challenges like this. Absolutely amazing. We're going to keep all of these details up for as long as possible. I love the fact that we are getting access to these kinds of arts at the National Arts Festival from the 26th to the 29th of June in Makhanda, but we'll keep those ticketing details up on all of our platforms. Go and check them out.